By Jove, what were they thinking? The Dark Ages. Not quite Viking rage yet, but close enough to make you nervous. Scandinavia. And the land of the Danes, King Hrothgar, has just finished building the most magnificent mead-hall ever conceived. Heorot, place of feasting, music, and general merriment, a symbol of his power and success. Sounds lovely, doesn't it? Well, not for everyone, because lurking in the marshes, in the absolute pits of misery, is a creature who hates all forms of joy. The poem makes it absolutely clear. He's a descendant of Cain, the first murderer. He is absolutely evil. He is literally evil incarnate, spawned from the hatred of man. Swords are useless against him. They just bounce off his skin. They're living in terror, and the great hall, the symbol of his power, is deserted at night. They need a hero. They're calling out for a hero to the end of the night. Miles away in the land of the Geats, word reaches a young warrior, a lad already known for being a bit of a legend. A bloke who apparently won a swimming contest while fighting sea monsters. Beowulf hears about Hrothgar's plight. He sails across the sea with a band of hand-picked Geatish warriors, and when he arrives, he doesn't just mess about. He basically rocks up to Heorot, introduces himself. A little bit of boasting goes on. And guess what? His plans for fighting Grendel? Wrestling. Yeah. No swords, no shields, no armour. Because Grendel is impervious to weapons, so what would it matter? He decides to do this because that's how Grendel fights. He wanted it to be fair. He wanted to prove how strong he was. Just listen to his boasts before the fight begins. And what a fight it is. The description of the poem is incredibly vivid. Heorot shakes to its foundations. Grendel and Beowulf are tearing the place apart, and Beowulf, with his incredible strength, literally rips Grendel's arm off. Grendel, mortally wounded, slinks back to the swamp and dies. Although we don't know that yet because we haven't actually got into the death part yet. We just know that he's gone back. We think he's going to die. Victory, cheers, beers all round. Everyone is celebrating. Beowulf is the hero of the hour. But wait, this is an epic poem, folks. You can't just have one monster. Because as the poem quickly reminds us, Grendel had a mother. Grendel's mother is absolutely fucking raging at this point. Someone just killed her son, ripped his arm off. Her son has been dismembered, and frankly, she's not best pleased by it. So she storms to Heorot herself, less interested in wrestling matches and more interested in bloody revenge. She snatches one of Hrothgar's most loyal men and legs it back to her lair. Beowulf naturally says, I'm going to go deal with this bitch. So he follows her back to her underwater cave, and in this fight, even more brutal than the first, Beowulf is struggling at first. His normal sword is useless against her. He's nearly defeated, but then he spots a giant sword on the wall. A bolt of lightning out of a clear blue sky, as they say. The eucatastrophe, as Tolkien would say. A magical, incredibly heavy sword. He somehow manages to lift it and, well, chops her head off. Yeah. And just for good measure, he finds Grendel's corpse and cuts his head off too. Because why wouldn't you do that? You have a big sword that can cut monsters' heads off. Just start hacking away, just in case. You know. Best to be safe than sorry. Yeah, on the surface, it's a cracking story about a hero kicking monsters' ass. But Beowulf is so much more than that. It's a window into the world that feels both alien and strangely familiar. It's packed with huge themes, the nature of heroism, what it means to be a good king, the fleetingness of life, and the constant shadow of death. There's this powerful sense of fate, as they call it. Also tells us masses about the people who created and enjoyed this poem. The blend of pagan beliefs like the monsters and the emphasis on fate with Christian elements referencing the god and Cain is absolutely fascinating to me. The importance of treasure, of gift giving, lords and warriors, that's showing us how society worked back then. It's a world built for loyalty and reciprocal relationships, and the language. Even in translations, you get a sense of its power. Those wonderful compound words, the kennings, like calling the sea the wyrd or the human body the bone house. They're like mini poems in themselves, adding layers of meaning and imagery. They also help the alliterative verse thing, but that's not going to. Beowulf goes on to become the king of the Geats, ruling wisely for 50 years, but eventually even the greatest of heroes has to face his final challenge, a bloody fire-breathing dragon, enraged because someone stole a cup from his hoard. Beowulf, now old, faces the dragon in a tragic but heroic battle, and he and the dragon kill each other. The old hero's time is up. Beowulf is a poem about cycles of youth and age, life and death, grand buildings and their eventual destruction. It's a lament for the passing of the age of heroes. So, next time you think of Beowulf, don't think of just some dusty academics. Think of the gripping story, the savage monsters, the brave hero, and the incredible world it comes from. It's not just a poem, it's a fucking epic poem. If you've never read it or have only skimmed through it for an essay, I urge you to give it a look. Find a good translation. There are loads of great ones out there. However, I would recommend Shemitini. What do you think? Are you now convinced that Beowulf is an awesome fucking piece of literature? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, happy Fridays. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. Like the video if you like the video, and I'll see you on Monday. Ciao. Rock and roll.